Augusta Broadway Singers is the brainchild of a lifelong musician who is well known in the Augusta arts community, Les Reagan. Les says he was urged by his family to form the group devoted exclusively to performing great songs from Broadway shows that everybody loves to sing. And Les Reagan is, of course, founding director of the group, and I'm so glad you took time to be with us again today.
Jenny, it's great always to be with you.
Well, thank you so much. And you have a show coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. It is an all Sondheim show called Design, Balance, Harmony, the words and music of Stephen Sondheim.
You know, that is just such a big name. Tell us some of the musicals and some of the shows that people will know that are Sondheim.
I think that I hear that there's 13 or 14 major musicals that Stephen Sondheim has done.
Wow.
Many that we are doing. We're doing things from Follies, wonderful music from Follies. His very first that he wrote the lyrics and the music for is A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
Okay.
This wonderful piece called Comedy Tonight. We are actually opening our concert with that piece. So there's that. There's a very obscure musical that he wrote for television, actually called Evening Primrose. And we are doing one piece from that. We have a solo that's happening from that. There's Into the Woods, also a very well-known show that he did. That's several pieces we are doing from that. One of my favorites, the musical Company. And great songs from that. So there's a lot of things that we are pulling, you know, from Stephen Sondheim musicals. The thing about Stephen Sondheim musicals to artists and to theater people is it's always telling a story.
Yes.
Everything, it's not always the easiest thing to listen to sometimes because he writes with so many words. There's a funny thing that's out there called Into the Words. It's kind of a play on Into the Woods. Yeah. And they've done this comedy thing and just changing the words because there are so many words that are happening.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Sure, absolutely.
I have a funny story about Into the Woods. Somehow, back in the 80s, when Into the Woods opened on Broadway, I was in New York and I was with a group. We had just come from a convention we were doing in London, and we had come to New York for a couple of nights. We managed to get tickets. We were at the opening of Into the Woods. So I saw Bernadette Peters, because she was the witch character in it that Meryl Streep played in the movie version.
Yes.
And Joanna Gleason. She was
favorites.
fantastic.
Yes, she is the baker's wife.
She was Emily Blunt in the movie. But it's so funny for me because I've always known how special that was to have been there on such a big night, and it was very much by chance that I happened to go to that. But when the movie came out so many years later, I mean, I have kids who love musicals, and for them to appreciate that music in a whole different format, you know, in a movie format. But you're right, the words, you everything is meaningful.
It's
all the words are
about
meaningful.
The words. And that's the special thing to me about tabs, and that I talk about all the time with the singers. All we do is tell a story. Every song that we sing, if we don't believe what we are talking about for it to come across on our faces, why do we need an audience? They are there to be entertained.
And you said that's what TABS is. You're a theatrical company.
We are a theatrical ensemble,
You're
absolutely.
a theatrical ensemble.
Yes.
Well, let's show you the details right now.
Okay.
For the event. It's the words and music of Stephen Sondheim by the Augusta Broadway Singers, coming up August 16th at 17th, 7 p.m. You're going to be at the Hardin Auditorium at Evans. That's in the Columbia County Library there. Tickets range from $10 to $45, depending on if you're a kid or an adult, and if you get the VIP tickets, you can get them tabsaugusta.com.
Tabsaugusta.com, yes. That's the best way.
And if you go with that VIP $45 ticket, what is that about?
That is a champagne reception with the singers after the concert.
Oh,
so it'll be champagne and desserts. Be a lot of fun for us to get a chance to visit with our audience and for them to get to know us a little bit better.
That's really nice. Yeah, because they'll get to mingle with the performers who
Yes.
they've heard. And there are going to be some great surprises, I understand, some special duets and solos. So a great event coming up this weekend. And Les, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And come back and tell us what's next for Tabs for sure.
Absolutely. We have some great things planned for next season.
All right, Les Reagan, always great to see you.
Great to see you. Thank you.
Coming up on Jennie, a great show is coming to the Augusta Common this Labor Day. Details about an evening with Najee and Lee Ritenour and how you can get your VIP tickets right after the break.